I didn't see you there. I was too busy with my daily dose of video games. You know, I love video games. I think they're a great way to relax and to de-stress and to pretend stab people who really didn't deserve it. The other day, a friend of mine, we were on the street, said to me, "Mitchell, you play too many video games. You know, that it's controlling your life."
Man, you've been playing too much video games. It's controlling your life. I thought you have a broadcasting project you're doing.
Yeah.
I brushed him off nicely, saying he doesn't know what he's talking about. Then I started to think about it. Started to do some research. How important are video games nowadays? I wasn't so sure, but I was willing to find out.
Alright, let's start at the beginning. In the beginning, there was Pong, made in 1972. The simple and popular game created by Alan Alcorn quickly went mainstream. This started a revolutionary wave of entertainment that gave birth to the first arcades. Like theaters, arcades are places for people to go and entertain themselves. Atari, a pioneering company in video game design, pushed gaming further by creating home entertainment. Just like movies coming into our homes via televisions, games started appearing in American homes through consoles. The arcade gaming years were considered the golden years for gaming because it was during this time that innovation gaming, such as genres, started to appear. Games like Pac-Man, Galaga, and Asteroids were invented during this time, and these games would immediately become a classic for everyone. It was during this time that computers were starting to get big. In fact, the designer of Pong, Alan Alcorn, was an engineer studying software. It was only natural to combine these two very popular things, and soon PC games started appearing in 1970s. With the video game consoles and home entertainment comes this huge explosion of new companies sprouting up all over America. Companies that want a piece of the action. Companies that start creating their own consoles. Now you've got a huge gaming world.
Make up your mind. Yes.
One of these small companies that came up was called Nintendo. Nintendo would eventually make a game called Super Mario Bros. A really popular game that took the world by storm. Securing for Nintendo a place in the future as a major corporation. Following Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, three of them combined to become the most powerful corporation.
Yes, my lady.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world.
With video game companies as big corporations comes big advertisement, which means big media. This is the time when video games became mainstream. This brings us to how video games are seen today.
Not yet.
Big corporations with enough money begin to advertise with trailers. This puts video games on television, on the internet, on the side of buses, and in books and magazines. Video games became a whole new media culture. Games constantly pour out of these industries that are constantly looking for new ways to attract people from this subculture that is now given the name gamers. A good example of how these corporations look for new ways to attract customers would be the Nintendo Corporation.
We would like to play.
For years, Nintendo has been developing unique gaming consoles and platforms, such as the touchscreen portable gaming device DS, or motion-utilizing Wii console, just to attract customers to these new and exciting ways to play video games. This close community of gamers forms their own system of rules, and even language, where the amateurs aren't amateurs but noobs. The connections between gamers of this subculture creates a new social medium. Gamers are always getting the bad rep that they're antisocial. On the contrary, there is constant communication going on, especially in online gaming. Players talk to each other all the time. Through chatting or using headphones or messaging, players are constantly in communication.
We would like to play.
Video gaming is a social activity. During the early stages of gaming, even in the arcades, gaming was social. A great way to meet new people and to play together. Gaming formulated and developed this social networking before sites like Facebook were even invented. And today, games like World of Warcraft and Guild Wars creates a large-scale multiplayer world where gamers can enjoy each other's company and play. There is a fine line that is drawn when we engage in a form of media, a line between the virtual reality and the real world. Games are no different. In fact, they may have a stronger influence on us because of the very nature of gaming. Video games are interactive. It is easier to immerse yourself and get lost when you are a part of the fairy tale. This leads to a problem that comes with free media: deception, propaganda, and subconscious brainwashing. Because media represents the main means of communication within a society, it should reflect that society. The problem is, in many ways, it influences society. Many gamers get lost in this world, this virtual reality, without knowing it. They don't realize how much this world influences their daily lives. An example of this would be World of Warcraft, which is a pay-per-month game. With a constant feed of new content along with a monthly pay, a gamer can start to feel obligated to play. When anyone reaches that state where they need to play instead of they want to play for entertainment, it doesn't become a game of entertainment, it becomes an addiction. For this reason, gamers have to be careful with the media and the large corporations.
Huh. Well, I guess we learned a lot about video games today. We learned its history. We learned that it's an important part of society. It's major in social networking. It's culturally significant and a huge part of mass media. But it can be dangerous. It can be addicting and time wasting, controlling our lives with the constant feed of mindless violence. Not to mention it's expensive. Man, I better stop playing. Sounds really bad. Ooh, an update. I'll stop playing tomorrow, I promise.